Well, alright, I finally got a hold of Godzilla issue 2 from Tim Seeley and Nicola Sismenzia. I think I'm saying that right, but probably not. Let's just look at that cover a little bit more with our leading lady there and a little chalkboard sketch of an angry Godzilla and Jake in right there in a little sketch. Funny there, but kicks right off where the last issue ended, and he's sinking into the water with her jumping in there and saving him from all those leeches. However, I will say I'm a bit disappointed we didn't learn more about that mysterious kaiju villain that was hinted at on that last page there. I thought that was really interesting and different take for a Godzilla book, having a kaiju supervillain. So I wanted to see where that went. But we get more time with our characters here, and I will say it's been a couple months since I picked that up because my comic shop was just never got that issue 2, and I've been holding off on reading issues 3 and 4 because I needed to track this one down to read it all in order. Wanted to, anyhow. So I will say I went back and I reread the other issue before, but it was a speed read. And yeah, I know who all the characters are, but I don't feel like I've really grown to know them or have been endeared to them too much. Maybe that's because I spent too long between issues 1 and 2 there, but don't love this guy. He's probably my favorite just because he's gruff, grumpy, angry captain sort of guy. But I'm not a big fan of the how do you say, the spicy Latino lady who's all angry, and the jokey jet jaguar who just talks in song. Like these things never changed for me as far as issue 1 to 2. I still find that bit irritating, and I think it's just aiming at a different demographic than me. It's probably for like I don't know, snarky, reddity, tumblery types. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me, but I'm not digging that too much. All the same, I am really liking the artwork. There's a little bit of this exaggerated style to it, but the monsters all look great, and I do think the people look cool. But yeah, there's this bit later we'll flip to, and I'll point it out, but it's an OnlyFans joke, and I just found it a little bit tasteless, and it took me out of the story of it just not being serious or fun. I do like the development we get with him talking with her, and them actually getting a little bit into his past with us. Seeing in the previous issue we saw his orphanage get attacked, but in this here we see a like Arctic outpost that he's stationed at get attacked, and that's where his mother was doing science experiments, and it's implied that's why he was thrown in the orphanage, was because mom died from this Godzilla attack. And he's just talking about how unlucky it is that, Godzilla showing up here and here, and like for something that people treat as a natural disaster sort of thing, it sure feels like Godzilla actually is spiteful. And I will say, I really dig this gnarly, evil, monstrous Godzilla design with just like the pitch black and the green vibrating energy there. It's very cool and a different take for it, and I like that. So they're talking a bit more out on the boat and bonding over stuff. We get a little bit of a something here with some touches and looks, and she gets a little bit bummed out walking in on that and feeling spurned, so she goes to see her friend, and we get this bit here where he was doing a film and shoot for some online business, and I just found that jokiness taking me out of the more emotional setting of what was going on, and then throwing us at this tasteless, crass joke. I don't know, I'm not opposed to some lowbrow humor or anything, but time and place, and I felt this was really off-putting right here for myself personally. However, the moment gets all broken up because we get the, what do you say, just like, Badland pirates coming on in, and like just look at how this guy's all dressed up with all these like kaiju horns and stuff. Very funny. I dig all the designs and the artwork in this book a lot, but the writing is just so. I'm finding like the overall ideas and the plots are good, but I'm not liking the characters, and the humor I find is a little bit off-putting. It's I don't know, it just reminds me of mid 2000s, late 2000s humor, only I don't know, just worn out and not done with care. I don't know how to say it. It's yeah, it just reminds me. It's like when you see too much dialogue and you're like, well, this reminds me of all the worst things of a Brian Bendis book. The humor in this reminds me of all the worst things of I guess like Warren Ellis book, as far as like his humor goes. But that's just the vibe I'm getting. All the same, like, man, look at these leech monsters having merged together and turned into this giant creature. So flippin' gross and cool looking. And here we get a little stinger towards the end here with our evil bad guy talking about stuff, and like I want to find out what this dude's deal is, because he looks gnarly and cool, and I'm really curious to find out what happens. But man, I won't have to wait too long, because I have issues 3 and 4 in my reading pile, because I've just been waiting on getting through to this one. So very happy for it. And I will say I think I liked issue 1 a bit more than issue 2, just because I felt like it did a better job of like just situating the whole universe and everything. I feel like this is just a stepping stone towards the next issue, but my main problem is I'm just not endeared to the characters. It's hard to be really into the book when I don't like any of the characters or want to root for them. And that's the problem. But all the same, pretty cool. We got some sick variant covers here. We got a better look at that Godzilla design there, and that's by Tim Seeley himself. I didn't know that the writer was an artist, so that's really cool. And look at that cover. George Corona, really cool. I like that. I think that's my favorite, although the main cover is cool too. Then we just get some Star Trek comic thing preview in the back and advertisement there, but that's all she wrote. Godzilla's stomping around. I'm excited to see more Godzilla action in the Godzilla book, because we mostly got big old leech tentacle monster thing is all spooky and scary and cool. But hey, I got a couple more things I want to read before I get to issues 3 and 4 of this, but I'm really excited for that. Thank you for joining me. Like the video and subscribe, all that jazz, if you stuck around this long, but I'm sure you already bounced out if you're not the type to do that. But thanks, and we'll talk to you more with comic goodness later.